My next guest, a senior NFL writer for the Associated Press. How fancy. A master at predicting games. You can check out his Pro Picks column every week on apnews.com. Rob Maaddi, how are you? You know what I love? I love keeping up with beat reporters and scrums and all of that, and you're in the background. And I'm like, Maaddi!
Thanks, Kay. I appreciate that. By the way, on the candy thing,
Yeah.
I'm with you. White chocolate? No. Ew.
Yeah, no one's buying that. No one thinks that's cool.
No.
A white chocolate Reese's. Get out of here with that trash. Get out of here.
Not doing it. Not giving it out for Halloween. Kids aren't
Yeah.
going to want that. They'll throw it back at you.
Yeah, you're gonna have a dozen eggs in your window. Nobody wants that. So happy that you're able to join us because I don't love making picks, and you're better at them anyway. So let's start with this. Let's just roll through this. Rams. They of course come away with the upset last night over the Vikings. They're a game back of the NFC West lead. 2 straight losses for Minnesota, 5-0. If we just go big picture for a second before we dig into picks, if you had to choose one of these teams to make the playoffs, who is it?
Well, I'm going to go Vikings. However, Kay, if there's a team that's going to start 5-0 and miss the playoffs, the Vikings can do it. They're the only one in the NFL who's done it twice, and they're the last team to start 5-0 and miss the playoffs back in 2016. So they can do it, but I like their schedule coming up. They got Colts at Jacksonville, at Tennessee. They could be sitting at 8-2 going into a big matchup against the Bears. I love what the Rams were able to do last night. That's what they look like when they're healthy. You see them rolling like that, but can they stay healthy? And they've got an uphill climb. They're 3-4. NFC West is still up for grabs, so it's close, but I still feel like the Niners at some point are so talented, and when they get some players back, they'll get there and they'll win that division. Only one team's coming out of the NFC West.
Yeah, there's teams that can handle injuries and there's teams that can't. I don't know with the Vikings, the Darisaw thing I'm going to keep an eye on today. That would be a big one. So, yeah, I don't know the threshold for how many guys they can be down on that defense or offense. Now, you're a genius with making picks. You are 7. I'm sorry. I'm here bragging about like my props from one game. You're 72-36 to start the season.
I like those money lines. I like the money lines. The against the spread, only 9 games over 500, but the straight up 72-36 will take it. But hey, those props yesterday, you hit them. Nice. That's cashing in.
I love it, and I love that a 4-time Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski is whiny about how he's not doing as well as me. Just he needs to do better. He needs to go. Him and Matt Patricia need to take that pencil. They need to kick it back in the 2015 years and just like drop some better plays. Rob, you guys got to just figure it out. Okay, I don't know why I said Matt Patricia. I literally have no idea why I said that. Okay, let's start with the Cowboys. I want picks here. Neither team where we thought they'd be. This is the Sunday night game. We had Mike Tirico on talking about this. Niners favored by 4.5 at home. How does it go?
Well, both teams are really struggling right now. They don't look like the teams that met in January, in the past 2 years in January before last year. Dallas is coming off, this has got to be a character game, Kay. Okay. You lose 38 points. You sit on it for 2 weeks, right? And you got to be stewing. You got to be wanting to come out after an embarrassing loss and play well. They're 3-0 on the road this year, 0-3 at home. We still don't know about Mike, and they're not going to have DeMarcus Lawrence. I think they keep it close, but I'm not ready to say they're going to go on the road Sunday Night Football and beat San Francisco. So this is a tough one. I'm taking the 49ers to win, but by a field goal or less to where the Cowboys are going to cover. Ooh. Niners are 3-8 against the spread in the last 11 games. And here's a player prop for you.
Okay.
The Dallas defense is ranked 30th, against wide receiver 2, okay? Now, Juwan Jennings is probably going to be out. We know Ayuk is out. Debo's coming back. He's 1. So Ricky Pearsall as wide receiver 2. Look at his under for receiving yards. I saw it around 23, 24, 25. With Dallas being 30th against wide receiver 2, I might take a shot at Ricky Pearsall over.
Maaddi, we're sharing a brain here. He was the #1 guy on our waiver list on Tuesday to add. A great story, impossible not to root for, and the opportunities will be aplenty in this matchup against a very generous defense on the Dallas side, as you're saying. The Niners, by the way, won 3 straight in this matchup, including 2 playoff games. I like your pick. The Jets, let's move on. So they're on a bit of a losing streak. 4-game L's. 4 L's in a row is crazy. But they're going to New England. The Jets, 7-point favorites. I mean, who gets the win?
They keep burning me, Jay. Kay, they keep burning me. Every time I take the Jets, they never cover. The one time I took them not to cover the first time when they played the Patriots, and they win 24-3, so they win and they do cover that one. The Patriots are, according to their head coach, soft. When you hear your head coach call you soft, that's got to fire you up. You have to want to come out and play hard the next game. It could go two ways, right? You can either come out and play hard, or you can just like rebel against the head coach. So I think the Jets win this game, but Drake May can lead them into the end zone, get close, 23-17. Jets with a win, Patriots with a cover.
Patriots cover the spread. He says, if the Patriots win this game, I don't even know what to do with the Jets. I will be apoplectic. I don't quite know what to do. By the way, fun fact, the last time that the Jets beat the Pats in 3 consecutive games, which is what they're looking to do, was 2001, the infamous Mo Lewis game. Love that. So let's keep it.
Wow,
let's do it. Let's harken those days.
You
Jets.
got the stats, Kay. I like it.
Let's do this. No, I have a Hamilton. That's what I have. Okay, let's go to a matchup between 2 first-place teams. This is a good one. Okay, we got the Bills. We got the Seahawks. Geno Smith's nice enough to stop by to the show this week. The Bills are favored by 3. Do they go across the country and get the win?
It's a tough one. I spoke to Josh Allen before the season and talked a little bit about the chip on his shoulder that he's always played with. I kind of feel like, hey, he came into this year with an even bigger chip. People overlooking the Bills. They don't think they're going to be a contender. And what's Josh done? 12 touchdowns, no interceptions. And why is nobody talking about him as MVP? It's Lamar Jackson, it's Jared Goff. And here's Josh Allen just going out there doing his thing. So what's the knock this week? Well, the Bills haven't beat a team with a winning record. Seattle's got a winning record. They're coming off an impressive win against Atlanta on the road. I think the Bills go out there. Josh, with that big chip, gets it done. They win the game. They cover the 3, 26-20.
I mean, Josh could be the 4th quarterback in NFL history to go 8 straight games without a pick to start the season. So we're on a historical clip for a guy who historically is clowned on for his decision-making. He's plus 650 on FanDuel to win MVP. He's third. Who's ahead of him, I imagine? I'm trying to think.
Lamar and Jared Goff.
Yeah, Lamar and Goff. He's got to be talked about a little bit more. No, it's Mahomes and Lamar, not Goff. Goff is 4th.
Mahomes and Lamar are ahead of Jared.
Yeah.
And then it's Josh's 3rd. Either way, Josh is in this conversation, and he belongs in that conversation. And now they go out there and they bring in a receiver for him and Amari Cooper. But before that, he was really he carried this team through the first 5-6 weeks. And this is a game that is going to be kind of a statement game, I think, for Buffalo. Cross country, you got to fly out to Seattle. Tough one, first place team riding high after a big win. This is when if you're going to dominate and win that AFC East, you got to show up, and I think they get it done.
You know the voters. You know how the voters vote. What's important?
I do.
What does Josh need to do to really be talked about in the MVP conversation? If not this game, but later this season.
If you look at the trends of MVP over the past, since Adrian Peterson was the last non-quarterback to win in 2010, it's been a quarterback every year, and almost historically each year it's a quarterback from a team that has a bye or finishes with the number 2 seed. Back when we had the first 2 teams getting by, now that you only have 1 team getting by, so normally, that's where the voters are looking at. But I feel like a guy like Josh, with the season he's having, even if Buffalo can't get that number 1 seed, considering where they started, the talent he's had around him, and with Patrick Mahomes not putting up the numbers that he's putting up, it gives him a better opportunity. But we can't count out Lamar Jackson, what he was able to do. This past 5 games, I got to see him Monday night in Tampa Bay. He was tremendous, sensational. Another 5 touchdown game. Yes. So it's going to be a really tough race. But we got a long way to go.
I know. I'd like to see it though. I haven't thought, to be the interception thing is mind-boggling, but I don't think I've had him in the MVP part of my brain, and I think I need to. And I look at the schedule, and I know what's important to voters, to the public. Chiefs Week 11, if they want a chance at earning a bye. Lions Week 15 for that's a statement game, too, if they can pull that off. So those are 2 games I'm looking at that might bolster his campaign. Let's get through. We have a lot to get through. I know you've got a heart out. Falcons, Bucks. They're playing for first place. Who you got?
This is my best bet. My best bets this year are five. I'm 5-2 with them, and the
Okay.
Buccaneers are decimated. No wide receivers. Mike Evans down. Chris Godwin, just a devastating injury. It's going to be hard for them. It's been an emotional week, having a rebound from that. Atlanta put up 509 yards from Kirk Cousins passing last time they played. The bigger problem, Kay, for Tampa Bay isn't the fact that they don't have any receivers this week. It's that their defense is 31st in the NFL. They're giving up tons of yards. I think Atlanta can continue to roll offensively against them, win the game 27-20, and cover that 3.
Falcons favorites to win the South at -180 on FanDuel Sportsbook. If they win this one, everybody, they have a 1-game lead over the Bucs. They clinch the head-to-head tiebreaker for the season as well. Eagles, Bengals. It's in Cincinnati. Huge game. Both have some confidence, some momentum. They both won their last 2. Bengals favored by 2.5. Upset?
Eagles are 4-2, and in Philly, they're talking about them as if they're 2-4. Like, this team's got a lot of heat, a lot of pressure on them right now, but they're starting to play a whole lot better. Jalen Hurts, no turnovers, 2 games in a row. Saquon Barkley running the ball very well. The last 4 meetings between these 2 teams, 2 have ended in a tie. I don't think this one ends up in a tie. I'm 5-2 with my upset specials. I think the Eagles find a way, go on the road, give Nick Sirianni another win, 24-23, pull it out against the Bengals. That's another team that keeps disappointing me. Every time I pick them, they lose. So I'm going the opposite way, Kay. I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Oh, I think we were doing so well, Rob. You and I.
I'm sorry.
Good friendship. We were calling people who like white chocolate sociopaths, and here we are. You picking the Eagles. Do you know how many times the Eagles have won in history in Cincinnati?
You got to have a maybe 1, 0, none?
They're 0-4. Oh. They're 0-4, and I know that probably doesn't matter because why would it matter? But it matters. It matters, and it's not happening.
It does.
It's not happening. By the way, you can follow Rob's predictions, everything but his Eagles prediction. It's called Pro Picks. It's an amazing column. It's a winning column over at apnews.com. Rob Motti, you are the best.
Thanks, Kay.
Amazing. Thanks for putting Josh Allen MVP campaign